how to make your Autobidder form super custom. So I have a video showing you the template selector, and we're going to start here. So first, let me show you how Autobidder currently looks for this account. I'm going to show you changing the template. So let's just pick a random service. This has the property data autofill. I'll go ahead and skip that for now. You can see this is a dark mode. I'm a big fan of dark mode. I think it looks nice. Let's just go through. That way you can see how the entire thing looks, pricing page, so on and so forth, right? Okay, so far, so good. So the simple part is changing the design theme. So let's go pick a new theme. Let's go ahead and choose frosted glass. I'm a fan of this style. Let's go ahead and head back. We'll refresh it. Okay, you can see this design looks a little bit different. The idea is it looks like frosted glass. All right, same thing. You got the property data autofill. We'll skip that. And you can see this looks quite a bit different. Now, I want to show you one other template, one other theme, and then we'll get into the part about the deep, very customizations. So this one, let's pick this neo-brutalism style. I'm a big fan of this style as well. It's much different than this style, but I really like it. However, I'm not a huge fan of this particular colorway, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with this style. So this is like a semi-popular modern style that you probably see I see a lot because, I look at a lot of different websites. But this is a popular style. This is called neo-brutalism. So I'm going to stick with this style. I really like those borders or those deep dark shadows. I'm a big fan of how that looks. I think it looks really clean. Let's just go through here, fill out a test form, make sure I filled in all the information here. I just want to show you guys what the pricing page looks like as well. Okay, so there's the pricing page. You can see it looks quite a bit different than that other one. Now, the next thing is let's go ahead and deeply customize this. So in order to deeply customize it, we're going to head back to the dashboard page. We're going to choose Custom CSS. And then we're going to select all of this CSS that you see right here, Custom CSS code. Now we're going to head over to our AI platform of choice. I'm using ChatGPT, but you could easily use Claude, Gemini. It doesn't matter. You can use any one that you want. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to prompt it a very specific way. Okay, so I'm going to say, take this CSS code, so I'm basically telling it to take the CSS, it's going to make the edits that I want, and then it's going to copy it back into Autobidder. Okay, now normally what I do when I'm setting this up for a business, I'm going to take the business colors. So let's say your logo has red and blue, or it's whatever, color it happens to be. What you would do is you would take that color scheme and you would just paste it in right here, the colors, any like fonts that you want. I like to model it after a website, but in this case, I'm just going to go to color palette generator and I'm going to pick a couple of random colors. So let's go ahead and go palette generator. And let's go with this color. So we'll go with this dark color here, and then we'll go with these couple of green colors here, okay? So here's the code. Here's the CSS. So now I'm going to go paste in the colors that I want. So let's go ahead and grab this one. And we'll grab this one. And then we will grab this one. Now these are just some random ones that I'm choosing here. You could choose whatever colors you want, like I said. And let's go ahead and do that. And actually, I'm going to do one other thing. Before this gets going, I'm going to say also, can't see the text there because of that. Okay. Okay. Yep, my fault. Okay. So basically, I'm just telling it to make the service selectors flip when selected, just to give it more of a, I don't know, an alive feeling, more of like a little bit of animation. As you can see, what ChatGPT is going to do is it's going to rewrite the entire code snippet. Now, if you don't tell it to rewrite the entire code snippet, it will just rewrite the individual like few lines, and then it'll expect you to go in and edit like each individual line. So like this little block right here of CSS, or this little block here, this little block, it would expect you to go in and paste that. And you can do that, but if you're not familiar with CSS, you probably don't know what you're looking for, and it can just complicate things. So it gave us two different outputs here. Let's go ahead and try this one. And just so you guys remember how it looked, I'll pull up the design again so you can get a good little reference here. So you can see it's yellow, it's got this color. Now let's go ahead and update that CSS. We'll head back to the design page, custom CSS. We'll select all this, I'll just delete it, and we'll paste in that new snippet. Click save, head back to the call screen, refresh yet again. And there's your updated version, right? And it's using that color scheme that we selected earlier. Now we'd want to make this color scheme look a bit different when it's hovered. Right now it's got that blue color, but we could always go through and tweak that. You know, you can easily go through and change that. Let's click continue. You can see how this part looks different. Everything has been updated to match that color theme. And you can really, I mean, if you really get into it and you play around with it, you can really customize this deeply. Now, if you're not tech savvy or you don't like want to spend time doing this, then you can have this set up for you. I can go through and customize this for you. Like I said, when I set this up for users, I try to model it as closely to their website as possible. The color scheme, the font, the layout, the icons. I try to make it look like it's a part of your website, so that way when you do embed it on your site, it looks like it belongs there. It doesn't stand out. It looks like it's natively built into the website. Let's go through and get a price so that you guys can see how it looks. Okay, and there you go. So that's how that works. Now, I don't know if I have scheduling set up on this account, but let's see. Okay, I do. And there you go. So that's a demo of how you can quickly edit the design, and you can tweak this as much as you want. You can go through and just keep editing it. You can also head back over to the design page and tweak individual elements. So let's go ahead and show this preview, and you can see these icons right here when they're hovered. So I will click here and I'll say make this light green. We'll apply that edit. Okay. Sometimes if you have a lot of code or custom code, it doesn't want to always update right away. So we can come down here. Oops. Go ahead and refresh. Okay. Let's go ahead and save that. Give it a try. And now you can see it's light green when you hover it. So that's a quick introduction to how to make custom edits. If you'd like to learn more, you can always schedule a setup call and we can walk through it together. We can dive into it a little bit deeper. And that's all I have for you in this one. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.